Cloud Kingdom, and to the bottom left of the map we currently have our Protoss player in the red. It is the Prime player. It is
CreatorPrime.
Being down one map already. He needs to win 2 maps now if he wants to advance to the winner bracket final and face parting in another PvP. But his opponent starting to the top right, showing a very crisp build in game number 1. This is the Startail player, the Protoss known as
Startail Squatter.
Squirtle just totally owning him up in game number 1, saying, you know what, I know your style, you've shown me nothing else, and this is a bit of a risk by me to do, but if you continue to play as you've shown the world, then you will regret it.
Squirtle, a man of very few words. He usually lets his teams talk for him, and we saw in this tournament how strong he is, of course, as a former runner-up in the GSL Code S. He's one of the best Protoss players out there, and now we'll find out if he can actually advance to the winner bracket final.
This is something that he's definitely keen on doing. I think that we're going to see this time from him a more tech-oriented build. This map is decent for Blink Stalker play. You can blink into the main base from the 3rd location. Not very common, but
yeah, this was actually the map where Creator already faced a Blink Stalker build. We talked about it a couple of times already. It was just this really unfortunate Protoss versus Protoss match where his opponent had this really tough situation with the Observer. It was actually in the match that Creator played against Puzzle, where Puzzle just sent the Observer into Creator's Observer, got taken out, he lost too much time, and then the defense was just formidable. But what is Creator doing? Do you think he will play exactly the same build again?
If I had to guess, I would say yeah. I mean, statistically speaking, that's what he's shown, and it is a good build. There are very few ways to directly counter it straight up. One way is to play greedier than that, which is risky, and the other way is to do a risky Warp Prism type build like we saw Squirtle do. But I think, you know, after he was basically hard countered in game number 1, if he does it in game number 2, that's okay. That kind of makes sense. So if I had to predict, I would say, yeah, I think he'll do this build again on this map. We'll see what Squirtle has planned, though. I really think he's going to be the one who's going for Twilight Council, potentially.
Both of them with the first Stalker now being built. And at this point, the Chrono Boost for the Warp Gate. And let's see what Creator's doing. I'm really interested in what exactly we'll see from him, if he's going for the same strategy once again. But apparently he's not. He's already building the 2nd Stalker right now.
Yeah, no extra gates. Squirtle checking around just to make sure no pylons are hiding. Going to be super safe here. And there's a Twilight Council for Squirtle. I just really had a feeling.
Yeah.
You know, you take a lead in the series, and they're both going Twilight Council.
Exactly, Creator as well. Without the sentries that we usually see early game from him when he wants to go for his robotics expansion, we can already see that he's going for a completely different build here. And I am really interested in how this is going to work out, because that's something that we haven't seen from Creator this much in this tournament.
Yeah. We have seen some PvPs where we have Blink Stalker against Blink Stalker that become crazy. It oftentimes becomes about who gets the Nexus up first, because the defender's advantage still exists when both players have Blink, especially. With the gas banked up for Creator, he could go Dark Templar here, but no. He goes for Blink right away. And Squirtle going to be doing the same.
Yeah. Blink against Blink. And of course, these are really top-tier Protoss players, so micromanagement is definitely something that is excellent for both. We'll find out who's better with his blinks and his decision-making, who wants to use this offensive blink first, and he knows that he has the advantage in the game. And here comes already for Squirtle, of course, a robotics facility. You want to have the robo for the Observer so that you can have the vision on the high ground at your opponent's main base to blink in.
Yeah, and you know, something that we know is that they're both going blink, but they don't know that they're both going blink yet, so they're actually you know, kind of trying to play their game a little bit different from each other. Squirtle's blink play is much safer with the robotics than Creator's. Creator's is much faster and more aggressive. That's why he has the Twilight Council first. That's why he spent more chrono energy on it. That's why his blink's going to be done first. He's got the forward pylons. But with the position that Squirtle's in, if he just doesn't get caught out on the map, then he's going to be okay, and he's even going to see the pylon. Oh, just barely.
Yeah, at this point we have actually a lot of better scouting for Creator. He has pylons and, of course, a few units everywhere. Now he's moving in. His stock count is 9 to 5. If he is able to get up this ramp.
Oh, well, Squirtle actually moving out at the worst possible moment, man. This is exactly what you do not want to have happen in this case. And this is what I said, man. This is the only way that Creator can actually make this work, is if that happens. The Guardian Shield is going to be quite significant here. More Stalkers warping in for Squirtle. He now has his own blink, and he may actually blink all these back to buy some time. he does not have the resource to make an Immortal right now, so that Robotics is essentially just dead resources that he spent earlier. Great blinks from both players so far. The Probe's really adding some extra DPS.
At this point, we have Creator in a slight advantage regarding the Harvester count. Probes are being taken down. This one pile on the high ground is being attacked. The Warp in is ready. Squirtle now being on 7 Stalkers against 8, waiting for his Warp build. He needs the next Warp in order to make this work. Both of them just blinking like crazy.
And Squirtle with the defender's advantage, especially with the concave at the top of the ramp. Looks like he will push this back, especially considering the Warp Fins are taking so much damage. Now he's got the better Stalker count. Those Zealots are so insignificant. And Squirtle is going to hold here. And not only is he going to hold, he's going to win.
GG! Wow!